Alright, what's going on? Let's just get straight into it. So we still have the logging truck over at the production sawmill from last time. Just left these last couple of logs off and sell them. To head back up to the mountain. We are going to drop this semi off, and then I think we're going to head back down to the farm and grab our truck, and then we're going to bring the truck up to the top of the mountain as well. Our turn. It's actually pretty hard to keep this truck going slow. By FDRLogging. It's an amazing truck, and the torque is incredible because all of his trailers weigh a ton, and I think it just has something to do with balancing out the long pieces. But I even went into the XML and I increased the torque. So it's pretty hard to keep this thing going slow, even up these really, really steep hills. Mountains, I should say. So the plan is today, we're going to do some work on the landing because we figured out in the last stream that the landing wasn't wide enough to pull all of our trees on and then have a nice pile there so we could start harvesting with the tree harvester. So today we're going to try to improve on that, and hopefully we can make the situation a little bit better. It might not be perfect, but I drew out a little bit of a picture, and hopefully we can kind of get a little bit closer to that, because I think that's what's going to work a little bit better for us. Super sharp turn. Rode up on the wall a little bit there, and now we're coming up to the land. Let's see past these logs a little bit. And we'll just park this right over here. Got to take care of a couple of things here. This stuff being one of them. This floating tree being the second thing. We need to come in here and widen the landing out a little bit. And then I think we're going to make a bit of a dip and a slope just going down so that it's a little bit easier to pull the logs up, and then they don't want to tip around as much on the end. They kind of have a bit more of a gradual slope to rest on, and then hopefully we can get them to end around here, and then we'll have all this space for harvesting, which will be really good. Let's just get this out of the way for a minute, and then we can do a couple of measurements with a measurement mod. There we go. So to about there, wow, we've got 15 meters is about here. And I think that's what we want to shoot for. But we need the 15 meters to be in front of the yarding. So this is going to have to come out, oh, I don't know, to here. That gives us 15 foot to there, 15 meters, sorry, right to here, and I think enough room we can get their yarder in, and I'm pretty sure I want to do some hay rails around, so that when we block it in, it's not wanting to creep forwards as we're placing the end post. We might even do the same here, just to give it a little bit of, you know, protection from the dip that we've got. A little bit of a hill we don't want to fall down. Alright, so let's first off, we'll go and grab the truck. And just so we have enough here. And then we will start getting to work on the construction of the landing area. To turn it down just a little bit. Where's my settings here? That's just a little bit better. turn. Just drive under there. Turn around and just come out. No, this would be quite a nice little spot. It's actually pretty flat. Some land real low. We could expand out into here as well. That's quite nice. This could be definitely a future passion. I wonder how flat it is kind of going all the way across down by the river. I guess not across per se, but just all the way following the river, all the way down. I believe that's why, that's where we get most of our farmland. It might even be better just on the other side of the road, where we could flatten all of that out and we could put a train track coming all the way across. I've also been thinking about doing a barge. So we have kind of this area here where we could bring just off the road. I'm thinking up into here we could make, just a kind of a temporary road that would go down into a barge. We would bring all of the logs from up here down to the temporary road, load them on the barge, and then just bring them right back down to the sawmill. There's a few things that we would need to do to get that to happen, but I think that would be really productive in the future because we could continue to take logs down, put them on the barge, and just haul and haul and haul to the sawmill. And then eventually we can make a full, like a port warehouse where we load up the shipping containers and everything, and then we can load those onto the barge, and maybe we have another sawmill up here. So then we can take those all the way up. I think that would be really interesting. Anyways, let's get the truck back up to the line. Just trying to look at the next place that you want to explore. truck up here for now. We're going to need to move the excavator. And we'll just park this right behind the truck for now. We should be able to keep the yarder in position. And then we'll just get to work on this side of the landing. This view for now. We might actually have to get rid of this tree here first. Yeah, let's just do that. Didn't realize that was in our way. Stuck in the grapple. There we go. That's not so bad. And we'll just re-grab it and toss it. Bring the wood storage. We're gonna have to get across the yarder. Set it there like that for now. Back into construction mode here. We should be able to extend this out a little bit, give it a little bit of a slope, and just a little bit of a dip. That's the goal. We don't want our strength fairly high. Start coming out. something like that. We're gonna grab a slope tool, lower our size down a little bit. Pick a point right here. And just start to get a slope. Increase the size of that tool. Want to eat in that much. Come back, fill this back up. And what we're going to do is we're going to raise up a little section and try to make it like a second plane here. Kind of something like that. Just easy sloping. Try to get it in all the way around just to add to the Alright, how's that? That's not so bad. See what we can do about building a little bit more up in here. And we'll kind of use that to start getting our slope in. Do a little bit more aggressive there. At the top. Just try to ease it in a little bit from here. We kind of want to get rid of the rocking though, if we can. That's a lot better. So now we'll pull them up. And we'll kind of ease into this little area here. I'm just trying to get rid of this ridge. Maybe leave this as a little bit of a boulder. looking bad at all. Alright, let's take a quick peek at what we've done here. There we go. So we've got this kind of gentle hill coming up. We've got a lot more of a platform here as well. We could maybe even get rid of just a little bit more, have it set in just a little bit more. And then when the trees come up, they'll kind of tip over, rock, and lay straight here. And then we'll have a little bit more room on our landing. It might come out just a touch more. Well, you know what? Let's give that a try. I think we'll just clean it up and add a little bit more to it, and we'll give that a shot. All right. I kind of like having that a little bit of a dip here. That looks really neat. Maybe raise some more of this up. And again, just smooth this out along the road. It's pretty nice. All right. We'll come in and we'll just pitch that down a little bit more in here. Just like that. We'll even just come in here. Maybe not quite that high of a strength. Even here, just raise that back up a That'll give us just a little bit more of that flat area we were talking about. Looks like we're gonna have to reposition that. Yeah, that's really nice there. I want to keep that pretty jagged. I like that. Just smooth these edges out more. And then get it nice and neat. Just kind of paint on some of a rock texture onto these walls. Railroad trails. Just sprinkle in some. That's pretty much the same color, actually. Come on. It doesn't seem to be registering. Yeah, the color doesn't want to go on. That's not so bad. Just mix that in a little bit to give it some different textures. Just clean up the side. A little bit of baby grass in here as well. And I'll just throw a couple of bushes in. I think that looks great. I think that's what it has. Yeah. All right. I think that looks pretty good. We'll just fill in a little bit more of this landing area that we have. Just fill in that little hole there. a lot better. Awesome. Well, we can either go and cut down some trees down there, we could reposition the pole, and then test out what we've done, or we could clean this mess up. I'm thinking we clean the mess up and we bring it down to the production, just to tidy everything up. And then after that, I kind of want to do a little bit of scouting for a new sawmill area. So I think we should do that. So I don't have to listen to it the whole time. Got a couple of smaller pieces we can grab. That one. Yeah, disappears. That's too bad. That one. That one, I'll take that one though. Not quite like that. that all in there. It's looking like the rest we're going to have to pick up with an excavator. We'll grab all that stuff with the excavator. And we'll hope that none of this falls off. It's definitely going to. Actually doing pretty good. I'm surprised. Spoke too soon. Got a little crazy there. Looks like we lost one. I was distracted driving. That's probably why we're losing our logs. actually going to park the truck right here for now, because we're going to need it to go scoping out some land for the new sawmill. I'm going to switch over to semi. Driving. Thanks for the chat and the follow, hun. Appreciate that. It'll help me get on the road to affiliate. You guys are watching and you didn't know. I need, I think, 50 followers. And I need to stream on a couple other days and get a couple more hours of streaming going. And eventually I can get Twitch affiliate, which will be awesome. Then I can start making some money off of my live streams. This log might be a little bit small to fit into that pump properly. Trying to carefully get this guy in there. Sling it down real gentle. Just want to use slow movements and be careful. You don't want to break anything. You also want to be careful that you're not shaking the guy in the truck around. Gets pretty bouncy in there, especially when you're... Oh, there's our sign. Especially when you're flinging around logs in the trailer, so... Better grab on these. Stuck on the grapple again. Uh-oh. This bunch here is a little bit tricky. Kind of glitchy. Especially that one there. Had that one. So we're going to drag this guy underneath the trailer. That one just barely fits in there. Actually try to park this excavator over here. I think it'll be better for after we're done harvesting. Then we'll be in a little bit of a better position, I think, just to unload our good logs into our holders here for our wood storage. see how that works out. Yeah, see, that's more what I was hoping. I was hoping they would kind of flatten out just like that, you know, have a little bit of a better stack, and you can still pick from this, but they should be a lot more resistant to falling down the hill now. That one might go. But whereas before they would all do that, they would all go straight down the hill. But I think if I pull them, you know, just a little bit of a neck up here, then I'm good to go. And then I have all that area where I can work. So although that one fell down, I think that was a good example. If I pull it a little bit further up, it'll have just enough room to balance out. Well, I think we should start hauling some more trees up into our landing. To do that, we are going to need to cut down some more trees. I'm just going to move the back a little bit more. So we're gonna have to go down there, start cutting down some more trees, and then we'll see what we can bring up. All right. Still got a few good trees in our path. Just give me 1 second here, though. All right. I've just got word that our audio is a little bit messed up. We'll just go in and fix that really quick. All right. So we'll turn some of the game volume sounds down, and hopefully that'll help. Apparently the game sounds were a little bit too loud, especially I would imagine while driving the truck. The truck is really loud. So if that's any better, please let me know, and we'll go with that. Really? Might have to do some research into how we can get rid of the not allowed to cut trees, because I do own the land. It's really interesting. This is a nice tree here. Timber! I think we could probably get this one and these two as well. That was a really nice one too. This one might cross a little bit. We'll also take this one. Perfect. That's a really nice tree right there. Wow. So is this one. I think we could probably grab those three, and we might leave this one. Okay, I think we're going to leave that one. We'll also leave that little guy. And we'll try all those in for now and see what we get. Start the engine up. All right. I think if we just back this one back down the hill a little bit. We'll set it down. Oops. And I'll grab it here. Lift it up. And drag it up. That's awesome. That's a really nice log there too. We'll just try to swing it over as far as we can. And then we'll see about that teeter point. Hopefully, again, we can bring them up a little bit closer. And not have them fall back down. Let's just watch it for a second. But that looks great. We have a lot more room than we used to. So I would say that worked out pretty well. Awesome. Let's keep going for some more. Oh. I have to get a better view there. Nice. We got both of them. Then we'll just try to twist these back into kind of our path. We'll see what we can do about kind of dragging that along so we can keep the end of it into our reach. That one doesn't really want to play, so we're going to go for this guy right here. Got a little bit of a bad grab on it. Oh, I'll just pull him right out of the way. So I think what you were hearing before was uh, I'm watching the stream on my phone beside me, and I think my mic is picking up the audio on my phone. So it's replaying my voice from my stream over top of my stream because I'm watching my stream. If that makes any sense. You're hearing my audio two times, and it's kind of making a little bit of static there. So I think that's what's going on. So my apologies for that. I'll make sure that I get that handled next stream for sure. It's just tricky when you want to make sure that you've got everything working good, but you're the only person that can actually look, so you've got to look while you're streaming. So everything that you're doing and messing up is happening, and there's really no way to look at it other than watching it beside you. Thank you for watching though, and I appreciate you helping me figure that out, Ashley. That's great. Helping improve the quality of the stream for everyone. Oh, that guy's just rolling out of our reach. I'll try to save it here. Just want to slide up on it if we can. Just like that. And then we'll just pull it in. There we go. Hopefully that one doesn't fall off. It's a little bit glitched onto the end of the claw. Oh, there it goes. I think we're going to have to actually pull this guy up just a little bit, and then we'll flip him around. See if we can just slide down on it. That's working pretty good. And we'll cinch up our grapple and pull it up. See if we can just clean up our pile a little bit. That's a little bit better. We don't want to worry about it too much with the yarder. That's what we have an excavator for down there. Or up there, rather. Oh, here goes that one. We're going to have to move the end post, I think. Something like that should be okay. Just barely past that tree. That's all right there. Definitely going to have a little bit of adjusting to do, but that's okay. It's the way it goes. Try to do our best to keep the pile straight. Oh, that's all right. Slip past that tree. What else we got here? This big one here. Try to shoot it forwards a little bit. Oops. not synchronized up well enough there. There we go. It's a little bit better. There's some really long trees there, wow. Let's see if we can grab that guy now. There we go. There we go, not bad. I see a couple of really good trees over there as well. So of course, this is the problem with the modded grapple yarder, is it moves all over the place when it's not supposed to. So that's why we're thinking about putting some barricades down in here. And to do that, we've got to remove the line. And now we're actually in a pretty good time to move the line. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to back up the grapple yarder, and then we'll put some barriers in. So to get rid of the line, we come in here and we remove the yarder rope. We're going to start the engine first. Go into here, this view. We'll just remove it. It closes it down and slings it right back in. Pretty cool. Honestly, I don't know how he made that work. Modding is not really my thing, so I don't know a terrible ton about it, but I'm pretty sure I know enough to say that that one was hard. That one was pretty tricky. He made the whole line, there's no collision on, except for the post, so it's really, really strange, but he made it work, and he made it work pretty good. Alright, we'll see what we can do to fix up this pile. We'll just get a little bit more straight. Hopefully not disrupt too many of the trees. We don't want them to fall back down the hill. That's the biggest thing. Just tighten them up a little bit. All right. We'll keep this guy parked here. I guess I pushed that one out a little bit, but that's okay. We'll fix it with him. So we'll hop into the Timber Pro, and then we're going to start harvesting all of those trees. We're going to do a little bit more sorting, so we want to be a little bit more mindful when we're sorting the logs. We're going to try and get some really good 12-meter logs out of the big trees. And we're going to put those in the storage baskets to the side. And then we're going to do some medium logs and tops. The tops we're going to put into the truck. And the medium logs are going to go onto the semi-trailer. Just get this guy back into place if we can without shoving other logs off the mountain. So we're going to come in and just delim most of this so we can get a really good view of what's kind of overlapping each other. And then we won't be picking out stuff that's going to kind of grab onto another tree, essentially. That's going to make our life a lot more difficult because some of the logs could go rolling back down the mountain, and we don't want that. The mountain is huge, so look at that. The map is giant. There's actually a road you can see kind of going, winding right down through there, right on the other side. And that's playable. You can go all the way down that road. That's playable. All these big fields, like that field that's right there, just right there, that's huge. It's a really, really big field. It doesn't seem to be from all the way up here or even in the map. So we would be looking all the way over at these fields over here. So that's this one, 119. And just for an example here, this is my farmland. Like my whole house and my whole setup is right over on here. And that's the field. This is another huge one. And there's a few more scattered throughout the map. But there's some absolutely massive lands that you can buy, like this one, and this one, and this one. And the whole, like all of this part of the map is playable. It's insane. You can kind of just see the line right there. There's just a little info kind of ticket here too. So out of the 947.9 square kilometers, about 65 square kilometers is playable. It's really crazy. 23 kilometers can be bought in square kilometers, and 3.5 square kilometers are fields. The map has a whopping 28 kilometers of roads to drive on, and that does not include the small forestry access roads. And that's these that he's talking about. It's quite impressive. So moral of the story, a log rolling down the hill would not be fun. Alright, so we're going to change our cut lengths here to 12. This looks like a pretty good log, so we're going to start with that guy. Oops. We just want to get a little bit more centered up on these trees without pushing them back down. That way we'll have a nice straight deck. Those are really nice, and we don't want the top. So we're going to want to pick this guy out first. Oops. And just watch the back of that tree and make sure that it's not hitting all the others. You don't want that one. Sometimes it's hard to judge. It takes a little bit of practice. Just gonna fix this guy up a little bit here. Come on, just screw trade on there. That's perfect. There we go. That's a nice one. Be really careful with this one. Make sure we're not throwing those other logs off. That one wasn't the best one. Pick that one out of the pile later, I think. Really just want to leave the best logs we can for that stack, and those are the ones that we're going to sell to the sawmill. Just toss those right over there for now. Oh, don't want to make it worse. Just carefully bump it over. We'll grab this really big, nice one here. Just pull it ahead just a little bit. You know what? That one one's not bad either. And we'll just get rid of this top here. Got that one stuck. There we go. Just got to work it around a little bit, and eventually you get it. Come on. There we go. Just flick that back into place, nice and slow. Awesome. That's a really nice stack there. We're going to change over to 5 meter lengths. Actually, we're going to go to 6. We'll just grab some of these scraps here. We'll just quickly do those. Oops. Shorts are definitely a lot easier to control. You can see a lot more of the log in your view. That's really the hardest part. That's the biggest challenge, is just trying to see everything kind of perfectly, you know? It's really hard when you're looking at a flat screen to see something that's far away. And really the goal is to just keep everything in a nice pile. The the neater you keep everything, the easier it's going to be when you come back with your loader to um, to load it into your trailers or into your stacks, whatever you're doing. There we go. Some smooth operating. Shorts in the wood harvester are definitely my favorite thing, I think, to do. Oops. Um, I was using the what would you call it? Not a grapple harvester, like a swing harvester, and I just didn't really like it as much. It takes a lot more getting used to control those fine movements. You gotta be really slow and gentle and be quite experienced, to be honest. It, it takes a lot of getting used to, and I just never really got the hang of it. So, kind of the methodology there was to get into a fixed head, and then I can use the fixed head to kind of better my learning. And once I'm, pretty good, then maybe I'll go back to the, you know, grapple or swing style. I have a hard time getting this excavator flat here. I think I pulled way too far off. Stay right around here. Oh, that's CP settings. No wonder. Interesting. All right. Well, let's grab all these with the loader. We'll load them in here. Ooh, there we go. Try not to swing them around too crazy. Just bring them in nice and gentle right there. See if we can just tap that one. Get into a little bit of a better position. Come on. Maybe this is a better place to tap it. If I can. There we go. Got it. Just had to be careful, you know? Just take a little bit of patience, a little bit more effort, and you can do anything. Just tap these into place here. Nice and gentle, you know. Just go slow, push them in. Nothing too crazy. There we go. This will really help it too when you're um, going to load it into your semi, because then everything's already going to be nice and straight. It'll be nice and proper so you can get a really good grab on those logs when you come back in to put them in your trailer. Just like that. That's wonderful. We'll just grab the last couple here. Sometimes you want to spin them around as well. So I might put these ones this way this time. And that just helps to get them all kind of in a really nice orientation in the pile. And it's all right if, you know, it seems like you kind of messed it up. Just get back in there and tap them in. Kind of press them down as well into the storage unit there. And look at that. That looks great. If you want to be really picky, you can come in and just tidy things up, push it all down, and then you're ready. You've got a nice base for the next logs to come on top there. And just set them right on top. And we'll set him right there for now. All right. So we'll bring this guy back slightly, just into a little bit of a better angle. And then we'll get those shorts loaded up and we'll call it there. These are always really tricky to load in a trailer like this when you don't have a nice base. So we're just going to do it by hand. A lot of, normally I should say, you would want to cradle it. So you get your really good logs in at the bottom and you start making a nice base, kind of like what we just did over here. Then you're going to take those smaller logs and you're going to fit them into these grooves. And so like this, for example, this nice log and this nice log, if that was the very edge on the left and right of the trailer, you can imagine now you have this nice bowl and you can just put all your kind of scrap right in top. Since we don't have that though, we're just loading them on by hand and then we'll just strap them down. It's just going over to our sawmill to be stored. That one's a little bit too heavy, so we'll have to just chop that in half, but that's okay. Perfect. Oh. See how it doesn't fit in the bunk? And that's exactly why you want a nice cradle in there. Otherwise, you got a real hazard. You got your logs falling out on the side of the road, just like that. Just gotta go into the truck, I guess, to adjust those. All right. We'll get this down to the bottom of the hill and on its way over to the sawmill. And then that's where we're going to wrap up the stream for tonight. And then next time, we are going to do some scouting for the new sawmill, since we didn't do that this time. I got a little carried away with the trees. Speaking of which, there's a tree blocking the road. I'll have to come in here and chop it up a little bit. This is a nice tree, though. That's a shame. We'll see how much we can keep here just to clear the road. Let's just get rid of that stuff. And you know what? We'll even delimb this, and we'll just take it with us. If we can delimb it, holy cow. There we go. Oops. There we go, that was a nice one. And this stuff can come with us over to the sawmill. Oh, wow, it's a whole nother tree. These bits are quite heavy. 168 kilograms. All right. Let's proceed. Gotta be really careful coming down this mountain pass here. It's really easy to get running away, if you will. You really gotta take it slow, be strong on the brakes, easy on the gas. Take the corners nice and smooth, and you know you'll make it down. It's a long ways down though. We're getting closer. There we go. You can see the truck way down there. Got the Pro Pack puncher head over here, and a long log trailer, which we will be using to transport the 12s that we just cut. Those, I'm thinking though, we're going to make a big pile of 12s. We're going to keep those in our storage racks on top of the mountain. We have 2 landings with storage racks on both. So we're going to fill both of those up, and then we're going to work on building our own sawmill, our very own sawmill, so that we can start producing, you know, planks and stuff like that. And you know, around the location of the sawmill, we'll have a pellet factory, a pallet factory. We can have a bunch of different things so that when we're bringing in our wood, we can kind of evenly distribute it throughout everyone and have, you know, a little bit of a factory going on there. We can kind of streamline the setup to really include a lot of different things. And eventually, once I get the platinum edition, then that'll introduce even more. Like there's beams and a couple other things like different furnitures and stuff like that, I believe. So that's going to get really interesting. So we're going to need like a big warehouse. That's why I'm thinking we do a big shipping container. We can take a barge out into the river, and maybe we fill that up with our trees, like I was saying. We build a little bit of a dock area and load all the trees onto the barge, and we can just haul the barge right down the river and transport all the way down to the sawmill, you know, more on the north side. I think that would be something really, really interesting and something really fun that we could do in the future. So for now, let's get these stored off. I'll shut this guy down here. Let's just go check really quick. It looks like we've got 338 liters of planks. It's like nothing's stored up here yet. I think we need 1,000 liters. So, oh, right, prefab walls is the, that's the other Platinum Edition one. So anyways, we've got 91,000 liters of wood, so that's awesome. We're gonna have to start thinking about building some storage containers on the side here. And maybe even here. And you never know, maybe we might even put a wood crane right here as well. That could be quite interesting. Anyways, we'll see all of that happening in the next live stream. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.